Hi, I am Adrienne Van Keren with Tai Chi Healing Energies, and welcome to what is our 7th socially quarantined or unfortunate socially distant class. So today we are really going to focus on trying to unify the body together. One of the wonderful things about Tai Chi is because of the nature of the slow movement, those subtle weight shifts, it really helps the body to begin working together. And that's exactly what we want to go for today. To start off with, as always, we're going to get nice and grounded. So we have our feet hip or shoulder width apart. The feet are firmly rooted, the weight evenly spaced, so pressing firmly into the ground. We've got the head top is lifting, so we're imagining that the head is connected to either the ceiling or the heavens with a nice string. Our shoulders are open and rounded, so we're rounded through the joints so we can be nice and soft. We also are light on the legs, so the legs are slightly bent. If we're doing this from a seated position, everything is almost exactly the same, except as you're seated, you have your tailbone just rolled that very little bit forward. Same thing we do when we're standing to plumb up that spine and really make sure we're nice and grounded. So from here, we're going to let the arms float up in front of us. Then they're going to extend, come back, and sink back down. So then again, the arms raise up in front with the wrist leading the way. They extend, come back, and float back down. So as we do this, making this a nice, smooth, slow movement, we're going to get the whole body involved. So as the arms raise, feel as though you're lifting maybe a heavy drawer, and as you extend the arms, feel as though you're pushing it in, and then back, and nice and gently down. So then again, as the arms raise, pretending you're lifting that heavy object up, pushing it in here, pulling it back here, and down here. The reason for this imagination or visualization technique is when we pretend we're lifting that weight, then it's going to help the feet ground more firmly. So one last time with this, as we raise the hands, we're going to feel the feet press firmly into the ground. Same thing here, back and down. Good. So we're going to keep going with these warm-ups, just trying to get the body warmed up. So from here, we're going to allow the arms to raise in front of the body, palms rotate overhead, and then the arms fall very slowly to the sides. So again, arms are going to float up, open, and then gently fall to the sides. So even with this, we want to try to get the whole body and even those feet involved as we do this. So as the arms raise, we want to feel the feet press more firmly into the ground. And then they relax that little bit as the arms fall. Now the trick with this is to feel the feet press more firmly in without tensing up through the legs or the muscles. So we want to make sure that we're nice and relaxed and gentle as we do this. So a couple more times with the same motion, again feeling the feet press into the ground as the arms raise and as they fall softly to the side. So one last time with that motion. Very nice. And from here, we're going to keep that flow going as best we can, but allow the arms to come out to the sides, and then the hands fall softly down the center of the body. So let's go ahead and with this, try to get all parts of the body working together. So we'll involve the chi in this. So as the arms raise the next time, we want to let that chi energy, our body's personal energy, spread from the lower Dante end to fill the whole body. So feel that nice gentle stretch on the inside and a relaxed closing as the arms fall. So again, this nice gentle stretch as the arms raise and a relaxed return as they fall. Do this a couple more times, trying to feel that chi spread to fill the body, as well as the feet sinking into the ground, and then that nice relaxed return. So one more time, just like that, nice and relaxed. Good. So from here, we're going to allow the arms to sweep up the center of the body. This time, the hands interlace so the fingers are together. Pause here for just a second, then bend over gently to your left, then over to your right, back to center, and release. So we want to keep the feeling of the feet being involved and really rooted as we do this. So as the hands come up, the feet are sinking into the ground. Pause here for just a second, and then this nice bend over to your left, right, and down. Good. Do that a couple more times, really feeling a nice stretch. So again, over to the left, right, and down. And one last time with that. Again, feel those feet sink firmly into the ground as the hands raise, and then bending gently to the left, right, and relax. So the next movement that we're going to do, and on this one it's fine if you just observe, because I want to kind of get into the detail and the nitty-gritty of it. So this is going to be the exercise where we're going to sweep the arms out to the sides like this. I'm going to ask that you shift your weight over to your right, turn gently to your left, allowing your right arm to fall down in front while your left arm falls behind, and then back to center. And from doing the other side, again, the arms are going to sweep out to the side. The weight's going to shift to the left while you turn to the right. This time your left arm is in front, right arm behind. I'm going to demonstrate very briefly from the side so you can see what that looks like, as well as see what a nice grounded position looks like from the side. So then here I'd be sweeping the arms out, shifting my weight, turning, back to center, and then I'm going to do that one last time, turning the other way, and back to center. So now we are going to do that all together, and I want you to focus not just on those rooted, grounded feet, but also bring it up just a little bit and allow your awareness to be on the ankles. I really want you to notice how involved your ankles are in your balance and in these movements. So really keep the focus on the ankles as we do this. I know I'm asking you to do a lot, especially as we're just getting warmed up, but as I said, we really want to slow down and focus and tie the body together as we do this. So if you stepped out of your ground and while I was demonstrating, that's perfectly fine. We'll take a moment to make sure we all feel nice and grounded again. So again, rooted feet, heads up lifting, spine straight with that tailbone tucked and open and rounded. So we will go ahead, sweep the arms out to the sides, and I want you to turn to your left as you shift your weight over to the right, letting the arms fall, and back to center. And then keep going with that smooth motion. So again, arms out to the sides, this time shifting the weight over to the left and turning to the right and back to center. So again, sweep the arms out, shift the weight over to the right, turn to the left, allow the arms to fall, and return to center. One more time like that. And if you notice I said one more time like that, that's because now we're really going to focus. So this time as the arms raise, put the focus on the feet and the ankles. Feel how they are involved with helping you to turn the body. So again, as the arms sweep up and you shift your weight, Really feel how the feet and the ankles get involved in this. So we're going to do this a couple more times on each side, again with that focus really being on the feet and the ankles and how the different muscles move and the tendons and everything works together to help facilitate this motion. So one last time on this side, again turning to the left, really feeling how the whole body is involved with this. Last time turning towards your right and back. So again, really, I hope you were able to feel that sensation of the whole body working together. So keeping that in line from here, we're going to go ahead and go right into our breathing and keep it nice and relaxed. So first time through, I'm going to probably describe a couple of things. The second time we go through it, we're just going to make it nice and relaxed. So just that gentle reminder, when I say hang and we inhale, we're going to gently pull the stomach in. At ha, we will exhale, allow the stomach to relax back out while being grounded and going through the physical motions. It's okay. With practice, this becomes a lot easier. So we will start. Hang, inhale, the arms float out to the sides, and ha. Hang, inhale, the arms cross in front, ha. Hang, keep the wrists together, flip them through, and ha. Allow the arms to raise in front. Hang, ha. Scrunch in on the next inhale, hang. And as you unfurl, feel how the feet are involved. Ha. Good. Same thing again. Hang. Feel the involvement of the feet as you exhale. Ha. Hang. Nice big stretch. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Turning and looking to your left. And ha. Exhale, head back to center. Hang. Inhaling and looking to your right. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Inhaling and allowing the arms to float up in front. And ha. Exhale, drop the weight through the soles of the feet and then bend over. And hang. Inhale and rising from the feet. The rest of the body follows. And ha. Again, dropping the weight through the feet and bending to follow. Hang. Inhale, raising from the feet. Ha. Hang. This time allowing the arms to cross in front and ha. As you exhale, your left arm goes up, your right arm goes down. Then hang. Arms cross in front again and ha. This time the right arm is up, the left arm is down. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. Hang. Ha. to the sides. Ha. Hang. The arms cross in front again. Ha. Hang. Ha. Very nice. So before we go through that breathing sequence again, there are just a few places that I would like you to pay extra attention to if you can as we go through that. And that is where I mentioned in the breathing when we come in and we're inhaling and we kind of, I call it drawing in, and then as we exhale, we seem to unfurl like that. I really want you to feel that connection to the feet. So when you're inhaling and drawing in, it's a very different sensation. When you are exhaling and the arms come back out, you're going to feel the feet push more firmly into the ground. If you're strongly grounded when you're coming in like this as you're inhaling, you're almost going to feel a drawing sensation from the soles of the feet. And then as you exhale again, you'll feel the feet root more strongly in. Again, like this, it's almost a drawing sensation. And then that firm rooting sensation. So when this comes in, if you're looking for a different term than a drawing sensation, a student of mine described it as feeling a vacuum cleaner in her feet. So I know it seems silly to tell you to look for that, but really look for that involvement of getting the feet involved. Another place that I want you to really feel the feet and the ankles helping you to move as we go through this breathing sequence again is where I draw your attention to a lot, and it seems simple, but there's a lot going on. And that is simply when we are standing, we're rooted, we are grounded, and we are turning and looking to the left, over the left shoulder as we inhale, and then back to center. And then when you turn and look to your right, you're going to notice you're shifting your weight over to the left and almost turning just a little bit. We're keeping the hips square to the front of the room. That turn is really in the neck, but you're going to feel, hopefully, the involvement of the feet themselves helping you with that. The final place I want you to look for the involvement of the feet is where we come up, we inhale, your left arm goes up, your right arm goes down. Really feel how shifting your weight over, in this case to that right side, is helping to unify and drive the body. And then again, when we go to the other side and the right arm comes up, feel how the weight shifts over to the left side. And again, I'm hoping and asking you to look for that sensation of the rooted, grounded feet, and then the ankles and the flexibility you are finding in those ankles. So go ahead. I know I've talked your ear off here and told you a lot of things to look for. This is one of those do the best you can. So just take a second here. Let yourself feel nice and grounded. Let the shoulders drape down. The head top rises. The feet are rooted and the tailbone is tucked. We will go ahead and start. Hang, nice inhale, and ha, gentle exhale. Hang, ha, hang, ha, hang, ha, hang, ha. Again, have your mind on the feet here. Hang, ha, hang, ha, hang, ha, hang, ha, hang, hang, ha, hang, remembering to raise up from the feet, and ha, and dropping the weight down through the soles of the feet before bending over. Hang, ha, hang, ha. So the left arm raises. Feel how that right weighted side helps. Hang, ha, 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 ha. I always feel so much better after doing the breathing, especially when I make that effort to really slow it down and really keep my mind on not just my breathing, but also those physical movements of the body, which is helping to facilitate that. It makes it a lot more effective. So the next thing that I would like to go over with you is actually something we went over in one of the very first socially quarantined sessions, which is a standing meditation. You are more than welcome to do this from a seated position, of course, but it's a holding the cauldron meditation. So if you're joining us from a standing position, we're going to do this in bow and arrow stance. If you're joining us from a seated position, depending on the type of seat you're in, you can try to turn to the side, have one foot planted and rooted, and the other foot slid open just a little bit, so you have that nice opening between the thighs that we are going to see when we step into bow and arrow stance. Other than that, this is going to be primarily done the same. So to get into bow and arrow stance, we are going to go ahead. I'm going to ask everyone from a nice grounded horse riding stance, please shift your weight over to your left, pick your right foot up and bring it directly forward of where it is now. Then that back foot gets adjusted to roughly a 45-degree angle, and we are now facing forward with our hips. We have a nice space between the legs, which is going to give us that sense of stability. I'm very briefly going to turn to the side just so you can see that. So again, if I was in horse riding stance here, I've shifted my weight, stepped directly forward. It is important to make sure that that head top stays straight and is lifting the body, and that the tailbone stays tucked underneath to make sure the spine is nice and straight. And other than that, same thing with that open and roundness. So take just a couple of moments there to feel that for yourself. Then the next thing we want to do is try to keep these shoulders draped down, but allow the arms to rise up in front. So the next thing we're going to do with these arms draped, or the shoulders draped down, is to visualize or imagine that we are holding a very heavy cauldron between the arms. So this is going to, I hope, to activate the nerves along the entire arms. So really feel that sensation. It might even help if you imagine you're gathering something up and coming in like this. Then it comes to work the imagination and the visualization. So make that object that you're holding heavy. Now the trick is, just like we spoke about at the beginning of the class, to have that heaviness, to feel the feet root and ground and sink in, but don't tense up. Because if we tense up, we cut off the flow of chi and restrict the flow of blood. That's the opposite of what we want. So keep things nice and light. So go ahead. From here, I'm just going to have you shift your weight front and back. And again, front to back. Front, back. This is a slow movement, and the focus is going to be, again, on feeling that heavy object in your arms. If you notice that the focus gets split and you're unable to keep up with that sensation, that's perfectly fine. So just back and forth a couple more times in this side. Maybe go 2 more times back to front. If you're in a seated position, as you do this, you will be turning side to side and really listening to your body. So then the next thing we'll do when we are on this back foot, go ahead, very gently release that heavy cauldron. Then I will ask that you step back. We want to get ourselves grounded here again in horse riding stance. So take just a couple of moments to feel that nice grounded sense. Your weight over to your right. Pick that left foot up and bring it directly forward. Then that back foot, in this case the right foot, is adjusted to that 45-degree angle. Again, check in with the body. You have that nice space between the legs. Your tailbone is tucked. Your head is rising. Then we will go ahead. Once again, keeping the shoulders draped down. Allow the arms to float up in front of us. And if we want to, we might imagine that we are gathering in this heavy chi cauldron. Really feel the connection all around the insides of the arms. So from that back foot, we'll go ahead, shift the weight front, back, front, back, front, and back. Hopefully by now, since your body saw this on the other side, it's beginning to recognize this motion. So you feel that rooted connection to the feet and then that head top rising. Other than that, it's that straight back and forth motion. So I would like you to put your mind on your feet from here. So really feel how, as you shift your weight from the back foot to the front foot, it's almost like you're pushing off. And then same thing when you're coming from the front foot to the back foot. You're, I want to say, pushing your body around from the feet, really feeling that connection and the weight drop down. And again, try to keep your mind as well on the ankles and the movements and things that are going on there. So because we don't want to get too tired or have those arms hurt too much, we're only going to go back and forth a couple more times on this side. So we'll say maybe 2 more times back to front, whatever that looks like for you. And then the next time we're on this back foot, we'll go ahead, release this heavy cauldron, and then step back. Going to keep things, it might feel a little bit uneven to you right now, but again, nice, rooted and grounded. Go ahead, shift your weight over to your left. Once again, I'd like you to step forward with your right foot. Go ahead, adjust that back foot to the 45-degree angle. Again, allow the arms to sweep up as though they're gathering that chi or they're gathering that cauldron. And same thing here, immediately put your mind on the feet, and from that back foot, shift your weight front, back, front, back. We're only going to do this a few times. Really paying attention again to the feet and those sensations that are going on, and how the feet are rooted and grounded and helping to facilitate this back and forth movement. So we'll just go maybe a couple more times. front, back, front, and the next time you're on the back, go ahead, release that heavy cauldron, and step back. Every time you step back, if it's easy enough to try to get yourself in the habit of getting nice and grounded, it's a very good habit to have. From here, we're going to take just a couple of minutes and do some self-care. Because we worked very hard today, really unifying the body together. Those weight shifts might not have felt like that intense of a workout, but believe me, when you're really paying attention to the structure of your body and making sure that you have that tailbone tucked, that those weight shifts are really originating from the feet, that your shoulders are draped down as you're holding this heavy object. It really gives the body more of a workout than you might expect. So do make sure that you're kind to yourselves. So we are going to briefly go over the Chinese cultural facial massage. Hopefully you've done this with me many times and are doing this on your own. But if not, we're going to go ahead, rub those hands together to really accumulate the qi energy between the palms. Again, all of these rubs are done in sets of 36. But the first thing we're going to do is take this nice, warm, soothing, healing qi energy we've accumulated between the palms. Take these hands to the eyes, cup the hands over the eyes. Feel as though the eyes have that nice, warm blanket wrapped around the backs of them. Just kind of pause here for a moment. Really appreciate the eyes. Once that energy dissipates, and we'll rub our face in this up and down, vigorous, stimulating motion, counting to ourselves 36 times. Once we've done the face, the next thing that we will do is rub around the ears, trying to keep the shoulders draped down as we do this. We'll also add that if you can do this from a grounded position, it's going to make it slightly more effective. So that means the focus is on keeping the head top nice and gently lifting. We'll pull down along the sides of the nose next. We also want to make sure we're still feeling that connection with the grounded feet. We always want to feel that when we're being mindful and practicing Tai Chi. Next thing is to unclench the jaw and then back and forth along a nice relaxed jawline. And then the last part of the facial, this part of the facial massage is the throat or thyroid area. So keeping that head top flat, up and down on the throat. We're going to do half of these 36 rubs with one hand and half with the other. And because Tai Chi has to have an exception to every single rule, the last thing that we are doing as part of the facial massage, where almost everything is done 36 times, we are going to do a lower back massage, and we're going to rub 49 times. So hands near the waist, rubbing down in a V shape towards the tailbone, using the palms, the backs of our hands, our thumbs, or our imagination, or whatever is easiest for us. Again, it always makes me feel so much better to do that. So thank you very much for spending some of your day with me. Again, the focus today was really on that grounding from the feet, really unifying the body together, which, whether it feels like it right now or not, is a very good workout. So I'm going to ask that you be kind to yourself for the rest of the day. I hope to see you on one of these classes again soon, and we'll say thank you very much and take care.